Yo, what's going on with y'all? This your boy DJ Mason, Motivation for DJs. I'm just out here getting it in, getting my little run in at the park. But I wanted to put out a little video while I was out here. I want to tell y'all a little bit of story, you know what I'm saying? A story that's gonna make you always believe that you can do it. You can do anything. Don't ever feel bad about anything that you gotta do to get to your dreams. But basically, this is a story of $5,000. I call it the story of $5,000. Now, you know what I'm saying? I want y'all think of this scenario, you know what I'm saying? This was about 2-3 years ago. This was at a time where I was really trying to decide whether I wanted to keep my job or not, or really pursue my company the way that I wanted to. I was always working on my company after I worked my 8 hours at work, but I wanted to know if I could one day just work for my DJ company, and that's it. And literally, you know, have enough money to pay my bills and take care of my business strictly off of DJing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was always trying to get to. So one day I'm at work, on my way to work, and Gary Vee is on the Breakfast Club. You know, you listen to the Breakfast Club. Y'all who out there, y'all know who Gary Vee is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but Gary Vee. Anyway, Gary Vee was on the Breakfast Club. You know, spend all types of knowledge like he always do. And man, after I heard him talking, I was like, you know what? Man, I'm finna do this, man. I'm getting tired of working, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you either go do it now or never, you know? Because I was trying to wonder, you know, I got a couple other people down here in Atlanta that went to school with me in Whitewater, you know what I'm saying? My homegirl, Alita. And, you know, she be doing her modeling thing, acting thing. And I used to see her post all the time. And I was wondering, like, damn, man, how she put in all her time towards her dreams, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, do she even work a regular job or not, you know what I'm saying? But I'm seeing her going ham every single day, doing the modeling, doing the little movies, doing the little acting, you know, the same person that I used to DJ for in college. You know, so that was real motivating to me right there. So you know what? I mean, after hearing Gary Vee, I was like, you know what, man, I'm finna do this, man. I'm finna quit my damn job. No lie, that morning after listening to Gary Vee on the radio, I'm like, man, I went to my job on my lunch break. I turned in my 2-week notice. You know, and I was scared. I was like, man, I don't know if this is the right decision to do. I know that's what I've been working towards. I was like, okay, check this out. Even if you have to go out and do a little bit of Uber, if you got to go out and Uber for a little bit, ain't nothing wrong with that. If it's going to help take care of your bills or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you got to do, just make sure you go out there and do it, you know what I'm saying? But just imagine the 40 hours a week that you put at your job every week, you can put that towards your company and already the extra hours that you put in towards it. You know, so that's what I was thinking, you know, that's what I was thinking about, you know what I'm saying? So what I did is I put in my 2-week notice. You know, I worked them last 2 weeks at the job, you know, quit the job. And man, I'm worrying, I'm stressing. I'm trying to think to myself, man, did you make the right decision doing this? You know what I'm saying? Staying up all night at this time. At this time, the girlfriend that I had with me at that time, she was living with me. My father, he ended up falling on hard times. He had to come live with me. This was all inside of a 1-bedroom apartment. I'm like, man, this is the worst time to quit your job and really go after the company like you really want to. You know what I'm saying? But even with all that happening, I'm like, yo, man, fuck that. I'm still finna quit my job. I'm still finna go after it. You know what I'm saying? So I quit the job. Now, man, I'm worrying like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, damn, was that a right decision? Did I make the wrong decision? Why did I quit my job? I'm staying up all night. Man, I'm worrying like crazy. I'm like, man, I better get my butt out here in Uber. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you're going to need that money. So I'm really stressing to myself like, man, what am I going to do? Why did you quit your job? You shouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? Just work your job and work your company. It's the best life you can have, as I thought. So what did I end up doing? Okay, so anyway, at this time I was like, forget it, you know, get out there and Uber for a little bit if you have to. But this is the thing that switched it up. So then while I'm worrying like crazy, like about 2 weeks later, a client hit me up on a website, you know what I'm saying? A client I ain't never done business with before. They hit me up on a website and was like, you know, we're looking for a DJ for like 4 hours for 4 days straight at this little convention. Now at this time, I'm still new to trying to sell my services, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really know how everything goes, but the one thing I knew, I was gonna start giving people quotes until I did my research on them. You know, I looked this client up, you know, and all it shows for them is a big building downtown. You know, so I'm like, man, what am I going to say? What am I going to charge? I don't even know really what to charge. I don't even know what my worth is, you know? So I tell them I was like, for what y'all looking for, it's going to cost you about $1,400. They was like, sure, fine. Hey, send us an invoice, Mr. Mason. I'm like, oh man, I'm finna get $1,400 off of doing something that I love. You know, and this is right after I quit my job. I'm like, man, this is crazy how this is gonna work. So then I get them to sign a contract, everything, $1,400, 4 days of work, 4 days each. You know what I'm saying? For me, this is big time. You know what I'm saying? At this point in my career, years ago, that was really big money to me. So I went to the place. I went to a DJ at the place the first day, and I'm just basically playing music for customers or whatever. You know, I'm not even DJing a party. I'm just playing background music for customers and everything for the customers. I should have brought my water over here with me, but through this video, I'm gonna get back to the water. So anyway, I'm just playing background music. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling myself, man, I gotta figure out some way I can do more. This is not the type of event that you talk on the microphone. This ain't the type of event that you playing booty shaking music. You just basically playing good music. But I'm like, I don't want to just do that. I'm like, you know what? I'm a DJ in this store as if I'm DJing in a club. I'm not talking on the microphone or anything. I'm just mixing the music well. I'm actually mixing the music, beat matching music, playing 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, rap, disco, top 40, R&B, country, all of it, even some Bollywood music, you know, all of it, and just jazz, just mixing it all up, you know. So I did that for the first day, you know, just trying to get the best possible job that I can. So the next day, what happened was, the next morning at like 6:30 in the morning, the client hit me up. I'm looking at the phone, I'm recognizing the number. I'm like, man, I know they finna tell me something. Like, I know they finna say they don't want to go on my services, or they don't like what I played, or maybe when I realized I got there, they realized I was black. You don't know how many events I done did where I get there and I'd be like, hi, I'm DJ Mason, ETR DJ. They'd be like, oh, it's you. Oh, you're black. He doesn't say that, but I can tell the look on his face, but it's all good because I still give him the best possible service. But I was thinking that to myself, I'm like, man, damn, they mad because I'm black, or, I didn't do the music right, or maybe I wasn't just professional enough, So I'm thinking all of this before I answer the phone. So I'm like, forget it, man. You already made that one day. You did good, Manson. Don't talk down on yourself. Pick up the phone. I picked up the phone. Client is like, hey, listen. The clients, they love the music you were playing. They love the professionalism that you did. They feel that the music that you played made more people come to their store. Not only made more people come to the store, but made people buy more. So your DJing style actually made people make higher purchasing decisions. I'm like, well, hey, that's great. I'm glad I'm doing a good job for you. That was the whole plan of it. But it's like, hey, listen, how about, would you be able to DJ all day for the next 3 days instead of those days? I'm like, what you talking about? He was like, man, instead of DJing for 4 hours, we would need you to DJ for about 9 hours for the remainder days. I'm like, man, sure, I'll do that. I can do whatever. When I walked out, put like this, on the 4th day, when I was done DJing, when I walked out of there, with a check for $5,000. A check for $5,000. This is right after I quit my job. Girl staying with me, dad staying with me, 1-bedroom apartment. Ain't nothing looking good for a pimp. Just quit my job to go after my dreams, thinking that I done made the biggest dumb thing in my life. And the crazy thing is, if I was still working that job at that time, I would not have been able to DJ that event. I would not have been able to DJ that event at all because I would have had to work. It was during the daytime. So everything happens for a reason. Don't ever be afraid to go after your dreams and really go after what's really going to work for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what's going to come the next day. You never know what's going to come. I still be thinking to myself, what if I didn't quit my job? You know how much business I would have lost? Man. Anyway, man, let me get up out of here. Again, this your boy DJ Mason, Motivation for DJs. Y'all make sure y'all go get that book, man. All my DJs, like I said, y'all got DJs that's listening to this. Share this to your DJs that need to hear this. Go get my book, Amazon.com. How Not to Be a DJ But an Entertainer by your boy DJ Mason. All right, y'all holler back, man. I'm gonna get with y'all. All right, peace.